What's up, Stormtroopers? Happy April Fools. And I'll be honest, I don't have a meme deck for you today, but I do have a deck that had all the trolls taken away. Dredge. This is Dredge Storm. I played this deck once before on this channel, and I loved it. So I think that deck had a few flaws, and we're back with a few upgrades. So one of the upgrades in the main deck is Life from the Loam. We discovered in the last video that Birgi was a major upgrade to the deck because it allowed you a way that didn't use the graveyard to win. That said, in that video we realized that all of the draw spells in the deck had discard a card on them. Well, that doesn't actually play that well with Birgi because you're incentivized to discard your hand and then you reveal Throw of Possibility and Cathartic Reunion and have nothing to discard. Well, that makes these a little bit difficult to cast. So we realized we wanted MadMusso to help chain and actually create cards to draw, to discard to Throw a Possibility or Cathartic Reunion, Birgi, etc. But Life from the Loam, you can replace draws and then get back 3 lands, which turn on Cathartic Reunion, but also you could just reveal 6 cards to Birgi. Seems like a win-win while making your mana base somewhat better. Um, Something worth trying out. We're playing 4 MadMusso this time. This list, in my opinion, is a little bit more streamlined. The mana base has also been adjusted. We had 4 Blood Crypt, 1 Stomping Ground last time. We're now on a 3-3 split. In the sideboard, we needed a plan to beat Graveyard Hate. We didn't have one before. Some people tossed around the idea of playing Platinum Empyrean with Madcap Experiment. My problem with that is that we're a dredge deck. We're going to dredge away our Platinum Empyreans if we're doing our goal, if we're achieving our goal effectively. And if we get stopped midway, it's kind of embarrassing. Well, Aria Flame is a way for you to do what your deck naturally does without hindering yourself, and it plays into a pre-existing game plan. So if you have Aria Flame and then play Underworld Breach, that's an easy win. Where Madcap Experiment doesn't quite synergize that well. Another small upgrade was Lightning Axe. Turn 1, discard a Dredger, kill something. And I think one of the major reasons to play Dredge Storm right now is Thassa's Oracle. You don't care if your opponent gains 500 life. You're just going to win the game. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, and a friendly reminder, if you're interested, this YouTube channel is now doing donation decks. We have 3 different tiers. You can sign up for all of the tiers at theepicstorm.com/donation decks. For the first tier, I'll just play your deck and make suggestions after. The second tier, you get a discount from the Epic Storm shop on all merchandise. I play your deck, but before I play your deck, we work together to upgrade your deck, make some adjustments, etc. And then after I play, I'll give you a few suggestions. Hey, I think this might have been better, or this could be improved, etc. And then for the epic tier, you get to join me in a video. That's right, you can be here with me in this video, and you get an even better discount at theepicstorm.com/shop. We get into the nitty gritty of deck building. We'll do sideboard maps. We'll cover it all. So the Epic tier is super worth it. You get your bang for your buck, and you get to be on this channel. On top of that, we are 300 people exactly right now. I'm at 2,700 subscribers as of right now. Today's April 1st. By the end of April, I want to be at 3,000. Help me make that happen. Please subscribe. It would mean a lot to me. If you enjoy this content, hit that subscribe button. Support the combo content. I'm done chilling for now. I just want to play some Magic, but please consider doing that. I would greatly appreciate it. And hopefully you appreciate this video. I can't wait to play this. The deck's going to be a blast. Don't go anywhere. Welcome to round number 1. We're facing Casey1214, and we're already off to a bad start. Not only have I spilled my drink on myself a little bit, I have like this drool spillage over here. We've opened up a hand that's not keepable, so things are going downhill quickly. Yeah, we can't keep this. We need to ship. Our opponent is also mulliganed. Here we've opened up a 1-lander. Honestly, I think we're supposed to just go to 5. I really like this hand, though, is the issue. Like, if we hit a land, this hand's bananas. But that's a big if. To 5. This hand's not bad. So we're going to bottom Grapeshot and a fetch land, I think. Alright, so we're both on 5. I have to take the stop off my self. Sorry. I was playing a deck that required that yesterday. Alright, likely some sort of primetime deck. Okay, no dredge creature here. I think I'm just going to discard a ritual. I love the Berg. Honestly, next turn I am not against just discarding or ritual into Berg. I'm not above it. I don't even need a ritual now. If we get to untap with the Berg, we're going to Party Town. I rearranged my office last night. I didn't record a video, and instead I rearranged my office. So hopefully this new setup looks the same for everyone. I just wanted to change, I guess. I don't know. So I didn't record last night, and now I have this new setup where I spill stuff on myself. Yeah. So we're definitely facing Amulet Titan. And I believe now they're going to be a land short of killing the Birgi. Alright, let's party. It's been a while since I played this deck. I want to make sure I don't mess anything up. This is going to be an easy GG's. Birgi was such an improvement. Get that graveyard popped out so I can see things. I'm old, so bear with me. Play a ritual here, why not? Exile some lands. So I have 5 cards left. Just want to make sure I don't mess this up at all. We have to play Morphos. I know that. It doesn't really matter. And now if we need to recast the Oracle for some reason, we can. Alright, and we're going to win game number 1. Woot woot. Take that, Amulet. Thassa probably seems okay. I don't think that this is a Veil Summer matchup. Could board in Arias. I think Thoughtseize is probably just going to be enough. Likely can shave on a Morphos or two, because those aren't crucial to the combo. And then maybe even a Ritual. Let's try this out. And if you want to support this content, theepicstorm.com/shop. You know where to go. Game 2. We've opened up a solid hand. We're going to try this. Any hand with the Bergen lands is probably a keep. That's a strong start. I like that with Dredge Storm, the front half of Birgi is just as good as the back. Usually when you play Birgi in other decks, the front half is sort of weak. Well, in Dredge Storm, both halves are just bananas. I'm a big fan of that. And they've opened up a pretty good start here. Okay, not what I was expecting. I mean, Explorer's still fine. But I thought that was going to be a 3-mana creature for sure. Wow. On their end step, I'm going to Thrill. This plays around Graveyard Hate a little bit. And there's the 3-mana creature. Dryad. They're going to miss the extra land again? Were these sandbagging it before? I don't understand. Okay, let's Thrill. We need to be able to untap next turn untouched, so we'll see how this goes. I'm not liking our odds. I just have a feeling that something's a little fishy here, and that's what I'm worried about. Dismember? Yep. If we draw a Ritual off the top, we could try to win next turn. But as it stands, we're not going... Like, we have to draw a Ritual in order to win. The second Amulet's bananas here. Like, we're probably just dead. Alright, so they're going to untap their lands. They're going to give Titan +4/+0, activate, go get Veil Cut plus a mountain. So that will deal 6, 10. They have lethal, as long as they don't mess up. Yeah, well, Veil Cut plus Mountain still puts us to 1, but shuts off Blood Crypt. Or the Bloodstained Mire. Alright, so they're not playing. I mean, I guess Double Strike Land still kills me. Okay, so that's going to be lethal. Alright, so we lost game number 2. Dismember was pretty good. I guess they didn't really need the Dismember, but... Okay. Maybe I shouldn't be boarding out Rituals. I don't know what else I board out, though, is the issue. A land on the play seems very dangerous. I think it's just the Ritual. Unless you want to, like, shave a Neonate, but your best starts involve a Neonate, so that's probably not a great idea. Alright, we're going to try this. We need to draw a Cathartic Reunion or Thrill. Opponent's taking a mulligan. What you got? They opened up the Bazooka Bog. No reason to play out Golgari Thug. We can't abuse it in any sort of way, so just don't bother is probably better. And I discarded the Impulse to slow them down because I feel like we're going to need some time. If I had a Birgi, I probably would have discarded the Dismember, but I don't see the point. Alright, we still know 4 of their 5. Okay, we still know 4 of their 5. I'd take a Birgi right now. Playing Horn would be amazing. Transmute for what? Pact? Okay. Really just looking for a thrill of possibility or a cathartic reunion. Birgi would also be amazing. Need a discard outlet. Hmm. Our draw's been a little clunky this game for sure. Insolent Neonate would also be a good draw here. I said it wrong the first time. Forgive me. But I'd also like to draw one of those. We have a bunch of live draws at the moment. I wonder if they're considering playing the bog here, or if they're just like Summoner's Pact, go get Dryad, pass. Are they playing the bog? They're playing the bog! Come on, deck. Give me that discard outlet. Boom! Do I want to play that and pass? I think that's what I'm supposed to do here. It sucks if they have like a shatter creature. Like if they boarded in Reclamation Sage, for example. Getting prime time, so they drew a land. Yeah, you have a prime time. This has been a very interesting game. For sure. They've already played a land, so whatever they bounce with this in the growth chamber, they cannot play again. They're going to pick up their Bojuka Bog, obviously. So now we get a one-turn window, and we have a stop on our upkeep. With that stop, I'm going to activate Horn, discarding this Thug, so that way we can dredge. Alright. And there we have a thrill. Underworld Breach. Let's go get a land out of our deck. Let's expand this so we can actually see. Alright, so we want to play Breach. Stretch the Stinkweed Imp. Need to get some mana, so we're going to ritual twice. We have it right here as long as I don't mess up. And there's no promises on that. Let's pop that graveyard back out. All right. 11 cards left. I need a ritual. Ritual again. Don't need any extra dredgers at this point, I don't think. Actually, why remove the loam? There's like no reason to do that. Alright, so now if I... Alright, they're just going to concede. We could discard our hand to Horn at that point and then just play Oracle with nothing in our deck. But we're 1-0 over Amulet Titan. That's cool. I'm really hoping that this league goes well. I think that the Oracle is very well positioned in a Heliod Company metagame. We'll see how it pans out, though. I don't know if the graveyard stuff is going to be too much, but so far, so good. So far, so good. Round 2, MadMusso. We're on the draw. We've opened up a pretty good hand. I think the only thing this hand is lacking is a dredge creature. Or a Life from the Loam, either or. Mire. So this looks like burn. What fun magic. Alright, another reunion. Alright, the missing a land drop is very good for us. That said, we're already down to 13, 12 after we fetch. How do we want to play this turn? Definitely want to get rid of the Oracle. And I think the Thrill. Ah, No third land. That was actually kind of brutal. Really wanted to rip land 3 there. I specifically chose Reunion over Thrill because I wanted to see the third land. So they're attacking for 1, which is interesting. Okay, and then they're going to bolt. So we're going to 7. Likely dead if they just draw a land next turn. I think we have to play to them not doing that, though. We're going to do 1 Dredge, I think. Just to get some fuel for Breach. A bolt would put us to 5. Okay. Please don't be the ultimate slow roll. Okay. We should have it now. Alright, we're going to flashback this ritual a bunch. Get rid of the Birgi, Pyretic, and Loam. So now I can play Birgi from hand. Birgi from hand just makes this easy mode, which is why I wanted to do it. Alright, and now we'll cast this Cathartic Reunion. $18 cards. Alright, and now we need Amorphos. Actually, let's Ritual. Let's move this over. I'm just like getting nervous about misclicking a little bit. This would put us down to 0. An Oracle. Alright, we've taken game 1 over burn where our opponent got mana screwed. Anything is possible. That's what I'm trying to say here. And hopefully we weather this storm. This is a matchup where I like a bunch of the cards. I don't think I'm actually going to board in 9 cards. We're at a very nice number right now, but I don't think we can afford to have that much in there. So we're going to board some stuff out. I've seen Burn with Rest in Peace in it, so I think we either want Nature's Claim or we want Aria. I think claims are slightly better just because of Eidolon. I like Lightning Axe as a way of slowing them down. Still 6 cards is a lot. So I know a couple people commented on the last video telling me that I was wrong for ever boarding out Dredgers. I respectfully disagree. I think that you can shave 1 or 2. So I'm going to do that here. I don't think I want to board out any number of Loam because we're going to a post-board games. 1, they're surgical, but 2, Birgi plus Loam helps us beat some graveyard hate, like Cage. It will not be Rest in Peace, but it just gives us a little bit of flexibility. So I'm going to board out 1 Thug. And I'm thinking Insolent Neonate here. I don't have a strong opinion on that, but we did board in 4 1-drops, 2 of which are discard outlets. I don't have strong opinions on that, but I just think it's probably for the. We could also board out like 2 Metamorphose. So maybe we'll board in 2 Neonate and then like shave a Ritual. Maybe something like that. Let's try this. This is a learning experiment. I'm not an expert. I'm just playing a deck that I've played once before. Jeez. One of these imps was a land. I keep this. Opponent kept 7. Yeah. Take the free land. That's a very fast start. So now they know we have Weather the Storm. I think I'm still just going to pass here. And I'm going to Morphos into Weather. Ooh, I like that axe. Whoops. They have 2 cards. I think I'm just going to pass again and weather the storm. I think that this is a turn where they're going to try to burn their hand for prowess. Another Eidolon, geez. They have 1 card. We're going to get back 3 lands. And then Grapeshot the Eidolon. I think it's probably the best line. Interesting that they didn't try to sacrifice the Sunbaked Canyon there. I don't think I'm dead, unless they're sitting like Burrow's Charm Bolt. That would actually do it. Why did I say it out loud? That's my own fault. So Boros Charm would be 10 damage this turn. So I guess we could be dead. Alright, they figured out how to cast Boros Charm. Can we do anything here? I don't think I want to draw Stinkwood Imp. What can I do? So I don't really have a game plan right now. I'm sort of just casting spells. And you can criticize me for this later. Cancel that. I wonder if I should just be like trying to weather the storm here, like Morphos into weather. And then like try to win via Birgi later. Ooh, what if I... Okay, new plan. Morphos Dredge with Stinkweed. Alright, I'm figuring this out. Sorry. I'm still somewhat new to playing this deck. There we go. Okay. They have one untapped. So I can't play a Blood Crypt or a Tarn for like I don't have a land that doesn't deal me damage with Tarn. So I'm trying to think here because like normally I could play Birgi with Neonate and Dredge the rest of my deck, but I don't make mana after that. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Is how do I make mana and continue to do stuff? So I think the real answer here is I need to discard my Dredgers. Really banking on dredging into another ritual here. Maybe I should discard the Morphos instead. Or exile the Morphos. Okay. Thank you for bearing with me while I tanked on stuff that probably seemed very obvious to you. But I think now we've got it. I don't think I'm going to be needing this weather. So many dredges. Alright, so now I can ritual. Let's Morphos, just get this out of the way. Alright, so now if I Morphos Dredge Loam, that'll leave me with exactly 0 cards in deck. Oh, exile 3. Boom! 2-0. Even with me playing, slowly and not really knowing what I'm doing, we got a win. We're 2-0 with Dredge Storm. Woot woot! Are you ready to win 3 more in a row? I hope so. Alright, we're on the play. Unfortunately, cannot keep that. I knew this was going to happen. You always ship hands with too many lands into no lands. It's just a law about Magic. It's a lesson to always keep your 7s. Yeah, so here we're going to get rid of a few of these and do it like that. It's a slow engine here, but it'll work as long as our opponent isn't playing anything that messes us up. This looks like burn again. Yeah, this might be tough considering we mulled the 5. Oh no. Next turn we can bring back a land and then Neonate, discard Stinkweed. That's a lot of spells. Okay, so there's no idol on there. That's good. Alright, so they're on Blitz. I mean, it could just be dead. Blitz also plays a bunch of surgicals in the board. Trying to figure out what's the best thing to do here. I still think I'm supposed to play Loam, but I don't think I'm supposed to get back both lands. I think I just get back one, so that way I have an extra card to exile. And now we have a blocker. We're trying to win next turn, assuming that we're still alive. That's what I was afraid of. Come on, please just play a creature after this. Nope, we're dead. That is just lethal. It's a shame because we would have we have a win next turn, but not anymore. They just have to play a spell flashback dart. They have a turn 3 win through a blocker. Yep. Womp womp. Okay, so we're going to want the Arias here. I think we want the Weathers. I don't know if we're supposed to board in Lightning Axe or not to slow them down. I also don't know if you need 4 Morphos in this deck. I mean, it's certainly nice to have for the Birgi wins, but we haven't had any of those yet. I'm just saying that if you wanted to play something else in those slots, you could. Hmm. Wondering if like something like that. I'm gonna try it. If you have a better idea of how to board, feel free to let me know. I'm not an expert. Unfortunately, cannot keep that. That's what I get for saying that we were going to win before we started. Jeez. Four cards. I mean, I guess we're keeping. This is the game where like everything needs to go right for us and our opponent needs to just like not do anything. Yep. Alright, so we hit the land. I don't know. Like, I feel like it might just be too late. Maybe I'm just like never allowed to board out Insulin Uni. I'm not super confident in the board strategies for this deck. Have to imagine I'm dead here. If they only deal 5 here, that means that they have 4 interaction spells in hand. I mean, we're just dead to literally anything. Sure. Alright. We are now 1 and 2. I'm not going to make any more comments like that. I misspoke. I said 1 and 2. I meant 2 and 1. And we're on the play for round number 4. This hand is terrific. Lures of the Dream Den. I don't really know. Is it just affinity with Lurrus? Oh, it's the Hammertime deck. That makes more sense. We still need a breach. I guess I don't know. Really want a green source because then I can guarantee I'm playing Horn. But right now I'm not sure if I should be... Oh, they got Sword. Maybe they're not in the Hammertime. But because if I discard Loam right now and then like start a massive Dredge chain, I need a green source before I feel like I can reliably do that. Another Loam. I think I'm actually just going to draw 3 here. That stunk. But Desperate Ritual does give me 1 mana closer to Birgi. Alright, well there's the hammer. Okay, so now I can play Horn. I don't know if we're going to be able to win this, but we're going to try. I don't believe the hammer gives trample. It loses flying. I don't know if there's a benefit. Like the 1 damage doesn't matter. No, that wasn't great. Thrill of Possibility. Well, I'm in a weird spot right now because I guess I could Dredge back Loam. I think I'm supposed to just discard Grapeshot, see if I can hit a Breach. Because in theory, I could... No, I can't Grapeshot that. Never mind. Yeah, let's just discard. Try to hit Breach. And we did not. So I think now I just lose. I could have, in theory, done the discard Grapeshot to throw a possibility, Dredge back Loam, get 3 lands, discard them all. The issue with that line is that I never would have... If, let's say, I did hit Breach off of the Horn then, with these 3 cards I'm allowed to discard, I didn't have enough mana to do all those plays. So that's where I'm at. And now I just think I lose. I guess in theory I can play a land, play Thug as a blocker. If they have another large equipment, we're dead to the Ornithopter, but I can chump. Well, I guess they can do it after blocks. They can flash in the equipment, so who knows. Nexus as well. So I know that they have Sword of the Meek in their hand. Luris is still in their companion zone. I'm just going to fetch this away. I don't want to draw Birgi. Unfortunately, you have to put something on top. Because if given the choice, I just wouldn't put anything. And assuming that I get to untap here, yep, you can have your Thopter Foundry combo. I was thinking about it. Filtering the neonates is just worth it because it gives me extra looks at oh crap, I was supposed to I guess my life total doesn't matter here. I was supposed to do this on the round step, so I don't think I want to take a dredge. Our graveyard's large enough, so I think now I just don't want to risk milling breaches. What do you know? What do you know? Off the top rope. Alright, I'm not winning with Grapeshot, so I think I can remove that. Don't need 3 rituals. I'm not going to use this loam, so we can just exile that. Now we can use Morphos to get a card in hand. And I think I can exile the Cathartic here. I was a little hesitant to exile it before. And now I can use these neonates to filter. Alright, now we have plenty of cards and we can be a little more, I don't know. Words are tough. I can be a little more, like, less cautious, I guess. Don't judge me in my lack of knowing words. And now I can reunion. Looks like Oracle's my bottom card. Would you look at that? Alright, so we've taken game one over this Hammertime brew. I think we probably want these Nature's Claims if I had to guess. I don't know what else we want here. This doesn't really seem like a Weather the Storm type matchup. I might just do the 2 claim and board out like 2 Morphos. Morphos were actually huge in that game one. If we didn't have a Morphos in the graveyard, I think we would have lost. But Morphos bailed us out there, which is kind of cool. And if you're appreciating this video, let's say you're loving this video and you're loving Dredge Storm, keep track of your storm count, keep track of your mana with the Epic Storm mini token pack. 54 tokens. They all help keep track of your storm. They don't count how many times you've cast the particular Pyretic Ritual one turn, but they'll get the job done. I highly recommend picking them up. And it's not super relevant to this deck, but there's plenty of Goblin tokens on the back, and it's certainly worth your money for $12. TheEpicStorm.com/shop. Game 2. This seems fine to me. Maybe Affinity can't exist without being like a Hammertime sort of deck nowadays without Opal. And they have a very high storm count on turn 1. That's for sure. That's scary. Yeah, I'm not blocking. I don't think I want to dredge. Of course I draw another imp. Just because we need to find a breach. There we go. Alright, so now I can start dredging. Hopefully it's not too late. Maybe on that last draw I should have dredged. Because we drew the breach, I should have dredged on the last one. We might have enough to win here. They have no hand. Come on, magical stinky imp. Alright, so let's say I go land Ritual Breach. We have Morphos, we have Cathartic Reunion. I think we have it. I'm just going to cover up their stuff. Their board doesn't matter anymore, let's be honest. Breach. Alright. So now we just need a ritual twice. It's like so much fun. Like, I get nervous about misclicking a lot, but it's a lot of fun to play. Alright. Just trying to think of ways that I could possibly lose right now. Alright, so on this I'm going to add blue. And then Dredge Thug. That's going to leave me with 3. Now I'm going to Morphos again, then Dredge Loam. I'll have 0 cards, and then I can play the Oracle. So we do. Alright, 3-1, 1 round to go. So far, this deck has seemed strong. Outside of like some bad mulligans and maybe me misboarding, this deck seems powerful. I mean, the league's not over yet, but this deck has a lot of potential. It's certainly pretty good. I think that there's a couple of slots in the board that I'm not super confident in or super sold on, but let's play round 5. Let's see what happens there, and then final reassessment after that. Apple Pie's 96. Nothing more American. Some bad joke. They revealed a Yorion. I don't know what that means, but we have a pretty strong hand, and I love the Berg, so definitely keeping this. I can't help but wonder if maybe we don't play 4 Morphos and instead we play 4 Birgi. Just because the front half of Birgi's so good. And this looks like it could be Hate Bears. Or Yorion Heliod Company. And we do not care about infinite life, so that's nice. Alright, I'm going to ritual out the Berg. No. 2 cards in their hand. Could have saved it and played Horn. I think we want Birgi for the front half. I could be wrong, but it's just a guess. I'm fine with them tapping my Birgi. They're going to get in for 4. We go to 11. And then next turn, we're going to see what we can do. Remember to fetch on their end step this time. Great draw. Okay. So I've been told that Neonate here is just a win. I mean, it is. I mean, we'll eventually hit everything we need to... This is just like a loop, pretty much, and then we'll Manamorphose into the Oracle. Alright. Where'd you go, Neonate? Do 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 do. Alright, our opponent's had enough. We're gonna get game 1 over this Heliod. I guess I don't know if it's Heliod. It's some sort of Eldrazi Yorion deck. Probably want these axes. Maybe these Thoughtseize. I don't know if we actually want those. They might be like bringing in Veil or something crazy. Probably want the Nature's Claims. I don't hate the idea of the Arias here. This seems like a deck that might have a lot of Grave Hate. If we're bringing in Aria, like, why would I be boarding out Morphos is one thought that I'm having. Maybe I can afford to board out the Loams here. Because like, I'd be willing to bet this deck has Rest in Peace in it. It's just really difficult to board with this deck because everything in the deck is so crucial. Maybe you can board out Grapeshot. I just don't know. Let's try this. I also don't mind boarding out Dredgers when we're expecting Rest in Peace. Just like less bad draws. And this is a pretty good hand. Yorion's been revealed. I was wondering if there would be pre-game effects. And right now I'm sort of looking at this Birgi is our engine, so I'm looking at it as Horn and not as Birgi. They're likely to hold up Path. We have Nature's Claim for that. Who cares? Get out of here with that trash. I'm also wondering if like we actually even want Lightning Axe. Like maybe so that was one of the things I was thinking last round. Like, should the axes in the board just be like a third Nature's Claim and then like one Lightning Axe, and there or like 0 Lightning Axe and then like a random one of. I don't think I care about that. I think I'm just going to pass. All right, first I'm going to thrill, see if I can hit a dredge creature. And I'm going to discard the ritual here. I think the land is a little bit better. Like, I'm just looking to 5 mana into Birgi. The Breach was good. Still no dredge creature, though. Okay, I'll take the ritual. So situations like this, I can't help but look at Manamorphose in the graveyard going, ah, see, like that's what I'm worried about. Ah, because like that Manamorph was so crucial. So now we're trying to win with Aria Flame. Technically, this just trades mana for cards, so I think we do that. Still no Aria. There's Aria. We have a long way to go, but it's possible. Stinky beats. Let's do it. Oh, that's actually kind of brutal. If I exile both Morphos... Nope, just the one. Jeez. Maybe Ari's not right for this deck. Maybe that's what I'm learning right now. I thought it would be better than Platinum, but maybe that's just not correct. We're just gonna die to this like Siege Rhino. How many breaches do I have left? 2 breach. So I have 2 breaches left in the deck. Okay. So what they do is they blink both, or unless they try to do Charming Prince on this, but I think we just end up at 1 life no matter what they do. Okay. It's pretty free to just take my draw step. I don't need to Nature's Claim now. Alright. I don't think we're claiming this Rest in Peace. Alright. Well, that obviously didn't look great. Maybe the Arias aren't correct. Or maybe we just need like more Manamorphose style effects in our deck. The axes didn't look great there, but I didn't see any hate creatures. I still don't like the Platinum plan for what it's worth, but maybe Ari is not correct either. Maybe I should be boarding in Thoughtseize to discard Rest in Peace. Just get rid of these Arias. Maybe shave on another Thrill possibility. Let's try this. Hell yeah, let's do it. Opponent going to 5. Yeah, I do think the board of this deck could probably use some work still, but I think the main deck is drastically improved since the last time I played this. Alright, so we know their draw step there. Another breach is not ideal. Let's see what they do before I mean, this is an instant. I don't need to play it right there. Hallowed Fountain. So we know both. Like, we know their hand, I believe. Get rid of the rituals. We just don't need them right now. Still no dredger. I did board a couple out, so... Did I accidentally board out a stinkweed? It looks like I did. I think that was supposed to be a thug. Come on, dredger. Alright, if we can just find a dredge creature, we have a win next turn. Yorion to their hand. Another breach. Okay. I think we have this. Even despite me playing poorly. Alright, so we missed on another dredger. It's not the end of the world. But we do need to play this ritual a few more times. Alright, that was good. $11 cards now. Just trying to make sure I don't mess up. You're probably sick of me hearing, or sick of me saying that, but I just like to play cautiously. Alright, alright, they're just gonna concede. Okay, so we got the 4-1, which is super sweet. How about that? Let's look at the deck list. So, I think the lands worked out well this time. I probably shouldn't have boarded out Insolent Neonate at all. I'm loving the Oracle. We didn't face Heliac Company, but the option's really nice. In this league, I cut a Thug for the second Life from the Loam. I never felt like it really mattered. There were a few spots where I cast Life from the Loam to hit land drops, which was really nice. So I think I'd keep that. All of this is pretty stock. I tried a list without Grapeshot. Like, Grapeshot's probably the worst card in the main deck, if I'm being honest. All it really does is it gives you a way of winning that isn't Thassa's Oracle. Like, I actually haven't won with it yet. If there's another win condition, let me know. We could also just run 2 Oracles, but Meddling Mage is a thing. So I think having the backdoor Grapeshot is nice. It also keeps it being a Storm deck. Not that that's relevant, but I enjoy that. But it's certainly not necessary. But maybe this could be a card that gets like moved to the board or something. Not super sold on that. And like I'd sort of like to see a 4th Birgi. So in theory, Grapeshot could be Birgi number 4. This did kill an Eidolon one game, so that was cool. Mixed emotions pretty much from my side. In the board, the Thought Seizes were great. I don't think I'd play 4. There's just not enough cards to board out to be boarding in 4 Thought Seize plus Nature's Claims. I didn't love Lightning Axe. I think that could probably be another Nature's Claim and then something else. Arias, wasn't in love with them. You saw how anemic they were in round 5. Need to find another plan. That's pretty much what it comes down to, is we need another way of churning through our deck and doing something meaningful. I don't think the Platinum plan is it yet. So if you have an idea, comment below. Do it. Comment. Do it. Let me know your thoughts. Like, I am still experimenting quite a bit with this deck. And, yeah. The Veil Summers, we never really faced a discard deck. Didn't get a chance to use them. Weather the Storms were terrific, so that's cool. And that's all I have. Remember to subscribe. Trying to hit 300 subscribers this month. I greatly appreciate it. And tomorrow, being April Fool's, is also opening day of baseball. I'm incredibly excited. I hope you are too. Let's go Mets. Hey, Bryant Cook here. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe, but also follow the social media channels down below. If you want to support this content directly, I would recommend going to theepicstorm.com/shop. And if you need a little bit of assistance with the Epic Storm to get to that next level, I would recommend going to theepicstorm.com/tutoring. Don't worry, there's more great content coming right up.